Thick crystals call for juicy messages. Hello everyone, I am the Honest Hierophant, and in today's video we're going to be getting into some juicy drama and what you can do about it, honestly. In today's video, for pile number 1, we have This Might Hurt Tarot deck with a thick piece of green Aventurine, and the zodiacs associated with green Aventurine is Aries and Leo. For pile number 2, we have the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck with a thick piece of Aqua Obsidian, and the zodiacs associated with it is mostly Pisces, but all zodiac signs can resonate with the Aqua Obsidian. And then for pile number 3, we have the Black Tarot with a thick piece of Black Obsidian, and the zodiac associated with it is Scorpio. If none of these zodiacs are part of your big 3, then that is okay. But these zodiacs associated with the crystals are just to help the people that are very indecisive of how to pick their pile. And there also will be crystal properties down in the description to also help you, just in case if that resonates with you. But go ahead and feel free to pick your pile now, and we'll jump straight into your reading. Hello my pile number 1s, welcome into your section of the video, whether you have chosen This Might Hurt Tarot deck or the green Aventurine, the thick piece of green Aventurine, if I might add. Welcome into your section of the video. So glad you can be here. We're trying to figure out what the drama is in your life and what you need to know about it, how you can handle it. All those juicy details will come within this reading. But first, just like I did on the last video, if you have not checked out the last video, that is the Big Crystals and Big Messages tarot reading. Go check that out after this video. But just like in the last video, I did a energy scan, physical scan, trying to figure out what is going on with you physically and energetically, and if there's anything that you need to know about yourself that can help you heal or improve yourself, things of that nature. So I'm going to tap into your energy and see if there's anything going on with you, pile number 1, and see if there's anything that I can help you with. If not, if this is not something that you're interested in, just go ahead and fast forward to the card reading. But let's see, let's tap into your energy here. Okay, I'm starting to feel a really big tightness down in your lower half. I'm feeling like all 3 chakras in your lower half are really out of balance and really going against some turbulence here. There's a lot of rockiness to your lower half, which also incorporates your heart space. With the green Aventurine, the green crystal itself deals with heart space, and also it can deal with money, but I also associate it with it mostly with the heart space as well. So with everything being down below, very turbulent, very rocky, very out of balance, your heart space isn't necessarily like in that group, but it is also affected within that group because it not having, that harmony and that balance and stability that it needs to be able to function. So that can create a lot of anxiety and a lot of pressure on yourself. So if you're facing a lot of those anxieties and pressures very often, then that might be because of your lower half being in shock and being out of balance. So if you do any meditations or do any Reiki or anything like that, make sure to focus on the bottom 3 and also your heart space. But primarily your bottom 3 chakras are really turbulent right now and can use a cleanse. And then let's see if there's anything physically going on. Okay, I feel like your shoulders are kind of hunched. Maybe you're sitting a lot. Maybe you've got posture issues. I kind of feel like there might be some extra soreness on your lower half due to sitting a lot. So maybe you catch yourself sitting a lot. Maybe you need to be a little bit more active, free-flowing, moving a little bit more than you are. I don't know if that has something to do with your work relation, or maybe you catch yourself not having any like hobbies or interests or anything like that that could provide you the instability of movement. So maybe, being a little bit more active, get out of the seating position more if you can. Maybe even standing up out of your seat more often and just standing in place, if that helps. But maybe just not sitting as much as you are might help with that soreness, or it might come from another physical issue. But I definitely feel the soreness going on here in the lower half. And that could also come from the chakras issues as well, having that pressure. But there's just a bit of soreness down in that lower half. So that is something to point out there. I don't know if that's something that you need to know about or need to keep in mind, but that is that. And I think it's time that we get into the cards here. What does pile number 1 need to know about the drama in their current life? What does pile number 1 need to know? What is the drama? That might be a better question. What is the drama in pile 1's current life? Alright. Got the 3 of Cups. Star. Naked star, if I might add. The 4 of Wands. 3 of Wands. 8 of Wands. Alright. I think one more card needs to be pulled here. And we've got the 3 of Swords. Alright. Just like we were talking about the seated position, there's a lady sitting down in the 3 of Wands, waiting for things to change, waiting for a new perspective of things. But, you know, we got 3 threes on the table, so more than likely 3 is very significant for you. The 3 that is missing is the 3 of Pentacles, which leads me to believe that you are having a bit of trouble with people around you in general. I feel like there's a sense of energy that no matter where you are turning, that you are really like seeing drama everywhere you go. I feel like there's just a big sense of drama everywhere you turn, whether it's like at home, can't get away from it, whether it's on social media, can't get away from it, whether it's work, can't get away from it. If you're in school, can't get away from it. Like, there's just a lot of drama everywhere you turn, even in your inner circle, even in your friends group. It just seems like there is drama. And, you know, it almost seems like you are probably the only one really affected by this drama. There's change happening around you. Everybody seems to be okay with it. You know, if you have a friend or two that's talking about someone behind their back and they still are close friends and they still act like friends in public and it seems like everything is really, really good, but you know that it's not. You're wishing that changes could be made. You're wishing that you could be happy with how things are around you. But it almost seems like there's just a big misunderstanding about like everything that everybody's doing. And nobody's really wanting to own up to the problems, but it's almost like you know all of the problems. And what seems to be happening here is that you're taking on a load from these people's problems. Maybe you are kind of like the thread to everybody's problems, where it's like if like your friend is talking about someone else in your inner circle behind their back, and they're coming to you talking about them, and then the other person's doing the exact same thing, and that you're the one absorbing all of the hatred, all of the drama, all of the sass, all of the negative energy. You are the talking point. You are the one that has to endure all these, you know, problems, all these negative energies that are coming from these other people that they won't discuss with the other person that's the problem. And you just keep taking on too much and you don't know what to do. You're just stuck with this negative energy and you're stuck with feeling like it's your problem, it's your fault, it's your thing to deal with when it's really not. So everywhere you're turning, it almost seems like that's really what's going on is drama. And you can't get away from it. It almost like it consumes your life. We got the 10 of Pentacles here. in reverse, 7 of Wands. This is what you're doing about it right here. These cards that I'm pulling right now is what you are currently doing about it. Alright, so we got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, 7 of Wands, 4 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. Right now, you are kind of taking on that energy within your system. This is causing the disruption within your heart space that I was telling you about that feels really insecure, feels very unstable. You can't escape this. It's either with your circle, it's either with your home, it's either with your work or your schooling. You're asking for change, but change is not happening because you are residing within yourself. You are residing within your energy. You are allowing it to affect your life. You're allowing it to affect your perception of your future. And you are not seeing things very, very clearly. You're very confused. You have no answers. You're looking for answers, but you only look within yourself. You only feel like everything's against you, and you're not looking about how you can get away from it. You're not looking at how you can escape. The only thing that you can do is things that you probably naturally have done in the past, when you were younger, when you were a child, is that you become self-absorbed. You become within your own self, kind of like a turtle. You hide within your shell. This energy to me shows that you were willing to kind of like put your head down and just try to ignore it as best as you can. You're trying to pretend like the effect or the threat is not there for you. You are able to master your own energy and really just hide within that energy and hoping things are going to pass by or hoping that your wishes come true, your manifestations come true to help you out in the long run. But it almost seems like there's been a point to you of how you can escape this drama, how you can escape this pain. And you can't see that because you bury yourself either within your room or your home or just hiding in general. You might even turn your phone off, things of that nature. You don't want to be contacted. You don't want to be, in the element of receiving that energy anymore because it's hurting you. It's hurting you internally. It's hurting you mentally. It's hurting you, in the things that you're doing for happiness in your life. And you can't be that person that hides and hunkers down. That doesn't seem like what this lesson is trying to teach you. It's almost like it's teaching you how to fight your pain, teaching you how to overcome this internal struggle, or else this wouldn't be happening all at one time, right? Because it almost seems like maybe it started off with one thing, and maybe it was trying to teach you something, and then once you start trying to ignore it or start trying to do the wrong things about it, it leads to a second thing in your life. And then when that doesn't work out, then it leads to the third thing. And now you're kind of like encased in it. You're trapped. And I totally understand that. It totally doesn't help. But it's trying to teach you an important lesson. It's trying to teach you to overcome something in specific. It's trying to let you see something that you need to do about yourself, maybe even setting boundaries or setting, a protection plan up or something of that nature. You can't just be within your own world or be within your own element. You can't just hide away and expect things to evolve or change or, move into something that is best suited for you in the long run. Because I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to keep recirculating back to you to hopefully try to teach you this lesson. And you might be at a point where you're like, man, why do I have to go through this lesson? Well, it's just the fact of life. Life is all about lessons and improving ourselves and improving the quality of our life and things of that nature. So it's not like you're being picked out of one out of a billion people. You're not being picked on. You're just trying to improve the quality of your life because, it's not guaranteed that this won't happen again later on, that you're going to have to use what you've learned and combat it. You'll be able to use what you've learned during this process to combat anything else that's coming to you in the future, so that way you don't have to endure any of these struggles or any of these pain energies again. You don't want to be the person that is connected to everybody with their drama. I feel like you want to be drama free, but I don't think you can be self-absorbed and that be the answer. I don't think you can just hide out and just focus on your energy. You got to focus on what the problem is and tackle it and, change it. You've got to be the change, because it almost seems like that's what Spirit is wanting you to do. You've got to be the person to make that change for you. You've got to be the one to stand up for yourself. Let's get into what Spirit wants to show you with the cards of what you need to do to change this drama. I don't think there's anything really in specific about what the drama is entirely. I think it's more so about what everything is including with you, So let's see if we can pull out any cards of what you should do to combat this current drama in your life. Got the Nine of Pentacles. Got the Knight of Wands. Ten of Swords. Page of Wands. Nine of Wands. Nine of Swords. Pentacles. I'm going to stop right there. We'll pull some extra cards here in a second, but I'm going to read these cards first, because I feel like the message is coming in pretty clear that you've got to be brave, right? We've got two people on fast motorcycles in the Knight cards, and then we've got the Nine of Pentacles coming out that says that you need to be brave. You need to be the one that is capable of facing these fears, of facing these demons, of facing these energies that no longer serve you. You got the Ten of Swords here claiming that you need to stop being the target, stop being the one that is stabbed in the back, stop being the one that feels like a dartboard where people are just throwing darts at you, hoping that, they can bother you. That's what the energy feels like coming to you, is that you feel like a dartboard. But realistically, that's not the case, okay? Realistically, you are not a dartboard. You are just someone that has the energy that other people desperately want. You naturally have the energy that other people wish they could have. You have this energy of being energetic. You have this energy of pure joy, pure happiness. You have that purely. That comes naturally to you. But you're not allowed to have that right now, because other people are seeing that. Other people are wanting that. Maybe they are stealing your energy a bit. Maybe that's how it's coming across. But I feel like you are going to have to be using that energy creatively to come up with a solution to overcome these pains and these demons and this energy. You're going to have to really make choices. You can't just hope that the universe decides for you, or hope that things just pass over. You are going to have to be confident within the choices that you make for your own personal well-being and your own personal drama. So that can come with cutting people off. That can come with, just focusing on outlets of your energy. Maybe you need to get out and do more things by yourself. Or maybe you need to start making personal development choices where you are either moving, or maybe going to school, or maybe quitting your job and moving to a different job. Something of these choices that you need to make that resonate with you and that call out to you, those are the choices that need to be made that can help you within this energy. You've got to be confident in the choices that you make and not allow the universe to be the one that's in control. See if I can pull any other cards to round it out here. What does pile number 1 need to do about this drama energy? The Four of Swords. We got the King of Swords. And then we got the Temperance. Alright, so protecting yourself. Obviously, there needs to be protection. You got to maybe start wearing crystal bracelets or start having crystals on you. Something of that nature where, you are protecting your energy, rebalancing your heart space, rebalancing your chakras, the whole 9 yards. You've got to be able to have these energies in terms of protection, so that way other people's energies, other people's dramas don't affect you. But also standing up for yourself, combating these energies. If someone is trying to come to you talking about so-and-so, and then that so-and-so comes and talks to you about the other person, hey, stand up for yourself. Be like, look, I am not a talking post. I am not the one that's going to stand in between both of you. If you want to talk to so-and-so about so-and-so, then you go talk to them. Don't talk to me. And then you're going to be able to start balancing out those energies, start balancing out those harmonies within yourself with the chakras and everything like that. And you're not going to be that person anymore. And that could be the most subtle thing to do, but it's the most powerful thing to do for you to create the change that you're looking for, is that you do not become that talking post. You do not become that person that you're trying to run away from. You can easily change the world just by verbally speaking it out and standing up for yourself. It might take a lot of courage. It might take a lot of willpower, but that's where, those chakras come into play that we were talking about at the beginning, is that once you have balance in all of those, you're going to be able to speak out the truth of what your well-being wants to say. And you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that confidence. You're going to feel that stability. You're going to be able to do it because maybe it's not something that you've been able to do before, but it's time to stop running away from the problems and being self-absorbed. It's time to let go of these energies so that way they don't affect you, so that way you can bring out the purity and the pureness of your own energy. That is the key. Let's see if there is a couple cards for the last remaining advice from Spirit, and then I will end it with some channeled messages. What does Spirit need to say to pile number 1 for any last messages? Six of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. This is to improve you. Pile number 1. This is not punishment. This is to improve you. Your energy is very, very sacred. Your energy is very, very special. And you need to recognize that. And not everybody should be able to tap into your energy. You have got to be very sparse with how your energy is provided to other people, because you are going to affect the world in a great way. But you've got to develop yourself to a person that can actually perform that act. And you can. You have that potential. But your energy is very sacred, like I said. So be very sparse with it. Be very diligent. Give it to the people that matter. And eliminate your energy from the people that stand in your way from your truest potential, or take advantage of your energy that's not fair to you. That is what we're trying to do. That is what your life is progressing to. It's for you to be able to stand up for yourself and improve yourself, improve the quality of your life, and become the better version of yourself at the end of the day. So like I said, I'm going to end this with some channeled messages from Spirit. Let's see if your Spirit team has anything to say to you, pile number 1. They're saying find security for your time. That does not mean hiding away in your room or in your home or in a quiet place, alone, trying to avoid everything. By having security with your time, that means being able to do things that you naturally need to do for yourself, or you naturally want to do for yourself, but you don't have to include anything else. You can be more on the go and be more active and be more, persistent and active and not passive, and just continue to grow yourself, but don't limit yourself because of other people. Find hobbies, find interests that you like, that you enjoy, that you can use your time on, that doesn't have to be wasted on other people. If you are busy, maybe other people won't bother you. But being held hostage within your own space, within your own feelings and your own mind, you limit yourself. You bury yourself. You degrade yourself. And that is not who you are. That is not who you want to be. Become the person who you want to be and allow yourself to activate that person. And it doesn't have to be held accountable to other people. Your energy is not needing to be used for those other people. You can walk away from these other people and they'll probably find somebody else just like you to fill that space. So don't feel like there's a sentimental value to these people because, like I said, they could probably find somebody else just as easy. You've got to worry about you and your heart space and everything that's involved with you and your future and work on that. You are loved by your spiritual team, pile number 1, but they are really wanting you to listen to them so they can help you. Listen to the universe. The universe is giving you help, giving you assistance, but you've got to get out of your own mind and your own way of thinking and explore different possibilities. Thank you so much for being here, pile number 1. I hope you were able to resonate with this reading. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, my pile number 2s. Whether you have chosen the Angel Wisdom Tarot or the Aqua Obsidian, the thick piece of Aqua Obsidian, I might add, welcome into your section of the video. So glad to have you. We are trying to figure out what juicy drama messages you need to hear right now, like what's going on in your life that's surrounded by drama, and what you can do about it. That is the general gist of the reading, just like I did for the last reading, which is the Big Crystals, Big Messages reading. If you've not watched that video, watch that video after this one. But just like I did in that one, I did a tapping into your energy type of reading where I figured out if there was anything going on with you energetically or physically or anything like that that you need to know about. So let's go ahead and do that now. If you're not really interested in this portion of the reading, go ahead and skip to the card reading. That is perfectly fine. But let's see if I can tap into your energy. Pile number 2, your feet are hurting right now. Feel like maybe even your legs are hurting as well. It's almost, usually with leg pain, I would say, it's almost like you don't have the energy to be able to move forward or to walk forward or something in that general idea. Maybe your energy is very unstable or you're on unstable ground, things of that nature. But I do feel like a lot of leg energy going on here that seems very sore, very hurting, or something like that. Maybe even some arthritis pain in your wrist. Then I just feel like maybe your crown and root chakra are out of balance here with your chakras for the energy. If you know any Reiki or if you know any meditations that you can do, that might be able to help you in those regards if you want to focus on those 2 points specifically. That could really, really help. But I feel like that's kind of it. And maybe even, behind the head, shoulders, neck, things like that. Could be dealing with your shadow energetically. Maybe you're not facing your shadow. Maybe you're not working on your shadow enough. Your shadow is really important. You need to address some things. Maybe you need to have a talk with your shadow. Things of that nature. Yeah. Let's see if I can jump into the cards here. What is pile number 2 facing in terms of drama in their life? What is the current drama that they have going on in their life? Got the Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, instantly double fire, Queen of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, the Empress. Okay. Wow. If I could picture this on a timeline from the side that I let the cards come down on to the side that, it ends on. It's basically a timeline. Like, it is so crazy because what I'm seeing here is that you have this energy that's ready to go, that's ready to rock the world with maybe some ideas, maybe some passions, maybe something creative that you feel called to, that you might even feel is your purpose. But there's someone that stands in that way. There's someone that seemingly, if you show the Queen of Swords facing the Nine of Pentacles, is someone that is combating this energy of yours. It's someone that's combating this independency, this energy of ready to thrive on your own, thrive off your ideas, thrive off your passions. Someone that is authoritative, someone that is controlling, someone that is capable of showing their intellect, but it almost seems like this intellect carries over in an aggressive manner that causes you to feel weak and vulnerable and maybe not as strong-willed as you hope to be. And that could be realistically what the feet and leg issues that I was referring to energetically, or not energetically, but physically, that could be what it is talking about. Maybe you feel like your ideas are condemned or proven otherwise of a good idea. And this person is also coming across as, doing it out of love, doing it out of, maybe this is a motherly figure. Maybe they are trying to show you some motherly love through this way of trying to protect you from maybe ideas that they don't think will realistically work. Maybe they feel like these energies are not like good for you, and they're trying to combat that. They're trying to prove to you that they know what's best, but they're doing it out of love. They're doing it out of fake love. They're doing it out of the love that maybe they have been taught by their own system. And this honestly feels like a generational curse type of energy here, pile number 2, that you're dealing with. And this drama almost seems like it's never ending. It's never fading away. It honestly seems like this is something that is encapsulated within this person that they feel very, very strongly about. They feel very encouraged and drained into this. They can't see any other way. They can't see the other side of like what you're talking about, because that other side realistically doesn't exist to them. They can't see it. They don't want to see it. They only know what they've been through, and they're willing to kind of preach these energies to you to make you go through this as well. Let's see. Why is this Queen of Swords energy doing this to pile number 2? What is the reason for these behaviors? You got the Nine of Swords, Page of Swords, Eight of Wands, Five of Cups, and the King of Wands. So yeah, like I said, this is like a generational curse type energy. I feel like this Queen of Swords has learned from this persistent and, I don't know, persistent. It's hard to call it admirable, but I feel like that's kind of like their view, their take on this. They felt like this admirable King of Wands energy was somebody that has taught them their ways, someone that has potentially honestly did the same things. They saw the success work for them, and this could be, a father, a grandfather, whoever to them, that they've learned this energy from to also show to you their behaviors, the way they love, the way they are, who they are. Because it honestly seems like they had this energy of creativity. They had this energy of passion. This is something that you may have inherited from your motherly figure, but they were not allowed to escape out of the bounds of their own creativity. They were not allowed to look towards the enthusiastic side of themselves. They were only able to look maybe towards their shadow self, or maybe towards their feet. Maybe they were always looking down to make sure that they were safe, to make sure they were secure, because they were afraid that if they started flying, that they would never be able to touch the ground again. And it almost seems like that's what they're trying to preach to you, is that they're afraid that if you were going to do the moves that they did, then their life was pointless, that their life was condemned to be something that they didn't fight hard enough to do or to live. And they are wanting you to make the same choices they made, that were more logical based and more practical and more in your mind and intellect versus emotions and happiness and love. They're wanting you to be able to be just like them, because that's how they're coping with the way their life has turned out. They don't want to be anybody else. They want to be how they were raised. They want to be how they grew up and have lived their life to be. And it's not fair to you, but that's where it comes to the point of this being more so in your shadow. And I'm not too positively certain, but I almost feel like that's where this generational curse is hiding, is in your shadow, is in the back of your mind, is in the pain that you're feeling within your shoulders and neck and all the above. That you have something to break, you have something to cut off too. You have to do a cord cutting on this sucking energy that you're feeling, because it's something that has been bred into you and that you have to deal with, that you have to stand up for yourself. This drama is so immensely passionate because it's something that someone has lived through, and that they're taking it out on other people because they can't deal with the choices that they have made and that they regret. And it might not be something that is surface level for them, but it's definitely in their shadow and subconscious, that they're also probably dealing with the same exact pains that you are, which is not fair. I realistically see this person not being able to change this unless they're of younger age. If they're in their early 40s or maybe mid 40s, late 40s, somewhere in that category, maybe there might be some turning points in their life if you can help them in that way, if you even want to take on that task. But mostly I feel like people that are dealing with older individuals, I feel like they're too far gone, too far stubborn to be able to change these ways of themselves. So it is best that you are able to break the generational curse for yourself and for your offspring coming forward. But I feel like a lot of the drama that is surrounded with you right now, pile number 2, is that you are not able to be who you want to be. You are not able to act on the ideas and the visions that you have for yourself. And that's creating a lot of mental drama mostly, but also probably some drama in between this motherly figure. And if this fatherly figure is also your father or your grandfather, then maybe you have drama in that category as well. But if they're not around, if they're not alive, then obviously you don't have that to worry about. But I honestly feel like there's some energy here that you need to really realize where their true emotions are coming from and where their true words are coming from. And I feel like with that understanding, you're going to be able to make better choices for yourself. But being able to see between the lies and the truth is going to be really important for you. So let's collect these cards here. And I'm sorry you're going through this, by the way. And let's see, what can pile number 2 do about this drama? How can they turn it around? Right. The Devil card. We got an 8 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Six of Cups, Ten of Swords, Five of Swords, Five of Wands, Ace of Cups, and lastly, the Seven of Wands. Yeah, okay, so I feel like this is something that obviously has transpired for a long time. This is something that goes back to like what I was saying about the generational curse. This is something that you probably have been programmed into believing yourself the same way as your motherly figure has also done. And even if it's not a motherly figure, it could also, just be dealing with a divine feminine energy that is very weak and vulnerable to the idea of the King of Wands that I was referring to. So this could even be like a fatherly figure, but that is more in their divine feminine energy. So you can resonate with that how you want. But I honestly see this mainly being mostly mother figures in here. So I'm sure people will resonate with how they want to. But I feel like this has been programmed within you for a long time, probably even since you were really, really young. Maybe not even being able to explore and identify a lot of your creativity, a lot of your energies that you really, really wanted to pursue when you were at a younger age. And this is a calling for you to kind of go back and maybe even apologize to your inner child, maybe apologize to, the former energy of yourself and kind of make amends, heal that part of you, be able to grow with that. That even includes your shadow as well, being able to kind of like how this, young girl is here and the Ace of Cups, being able to present the cup to you as like an energy of forgiveness or an energy of emotion, compassion to you. And yeah, just being able to give back emotionally to yourself so that way you can, see yourself as who you truly want yourself to be. You want to be this creative energy. You want to be someone that is capable of acting on the ideas from their inner child or their actual long-term goals. So being able to make amends will allow you to be a little bit more hard-headed on the goals and the dreams that you have planned for yourself. So that way you can actually stand up for yourself against anything that is trying to drag you down, whether it's just the Queen of Swords energy, the motherly figure, whether it's a fatherly figure, or anybody else that, maybe condemns the ideas that you have for yourself. Having your inner child on your side and acting as if you are, well, not really acting because it's not acting, but just, how do I say this? Taking the initiative to protect your inner child is how you need to present yourself or how you need to act or whatever you want to call it. You need to protect your inner child after making amends. You need to be able to put up barriers. You need to put up boundaries. You need to have a sharpened mind to be able to combat any energies. Being able to see your future clearly, being able to resonate with your own divine feminine and the creativity and the emotions that they give you. The only person that needs to nurture you is yourself. And that's how you're going to gravitate and receive the love that you need to see. All love is going to come from you acting on what you want to act on. The dreams, the goals, the inspirations, everything will come to you in a better, healthier standard of love whenever you are able to love yourself, you're able to love your inner child, you're able to love and nurture yourself. All that will come to you naturally, the right way, from the right people, and it will feel the best. It might even change your mind, or it might even change the Queen of Swords' mind about how they perceive you and how they perceive their life if you just act on it and get to the final destination and the final goal. I don't think you necessarily have to cut this Queen of Swords energy out. Some of you might. If it's not a true motherly figure to you, like an actual mother, like a biological mother, then it might be somebody that you can easily cut out. But if it is a biological mother, obviously there's some harder choices that are involved. If it's for you the most healthiest thing to do, then maybe that's your decision. I can't really influence you to make decisions that you don't want to do. And I definitely don't want to make any life-altering decisions that you're not ready for. I'm just giving advice, so take it as that. And yeah, I realistically think that you need to be able to see what you want for your future more clear. So being able to doctor up the relationship between you and your inner child is definitely going to be the biggest thing that you need to do. So that way you have that vision, that way you have that outlook that you need to have. And it's going to be special. And I think you are able to improve the situation, even if you doubt yourself. It doesn't have to be, the greatest outcome possible for you in terms of the relationship with your motherly figure, but just being able to stand up for yourself and do the things that you feel called to is more important anyways. So some of you I feel like will go really well with your motherly figure. Maybe others aren't going to be so great. But the ending of that relationship doesn't matter as much as how your life needs to go or is supposed to go. I think breaking this generational curse matters a whole lot more for not only you, but your future offspring and the generations after that. Let's see if I can get any final messages from the cards from Spirit, and then I'll channel any last messages as well. What are some final messages here from Spirit? What are some final messages? We got the Moon card, the Three of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. Being able to take this initiative, being able to combat any of the subconscious matters that you have within yourself, being able to speak out these subconscious matters is the right thing for you to do. It doesn't have to be rambunctious. It doesn't have to be, off the wall type of energy. It can be very stable. It can be very strategical. It can be very well thought out. But as long as you have a plan to really combat these energies and really to make an effort to appease your inner child and to really amount to what your truest potential can be, there's going to be a lot of abundance. There's going to be a lot of happiness. There's going to be a lot of true, authentic joy and good energy coming for you on the tail end of this. And that's what Spirit wants you to know, that, things might blow up. Things might be very aggressive and dark and negative right out the gate. But those times can pass. Those times can grow into something even more beautiful than you realistically think that they could. So I think you being a bit more passionate towards this energy will help you. And it will grow into something beautiful. Okay? Let's see if I can channel any last messages for you, pile number 2. See what Spirit has to say, what your spiritual team might need to say to you. They're saying, find the love within your passions and let that love fill you up to fill the voids that you might feel the lack from something else. So if you're feeling like you are lacking love from a different department that you realistically wish that you had, allow the love from these passions to feed back to you. If you love these passions so much, they'll love you back just as equal, if not more. And allow that to fill you and your well-being, to encourage you, to create influence, to be inspiring. All these things will be great for you. And that the outcomes of your future is determined by you. You have the willpower, you have all the tools and necessities, and even the backup that you need to have to be able to get through any life-altering possibilities, any energies that can be great for you, any dark times that can be bad for you. You have all the tools and assets to be able to get through any of these life journeys and obstacles. You're designed to conquer this path. You're designed to be persistent. you were signed up for this path and that you will achieve greatness. It's just all a matter of time. That's what I got for you, pile number 2. That's what Spirit is saying to me. I really hope that you enjoyed these thick, juicy crystals that were involved in these readings, and that I hope you really were able to get a good insight out of this message and resonated with it. I love you all so much. Thank you all for being here. I'll catch you in the next reading. Take care. Hello, my pile number 3s. Welcome into your section of the video. Whether you have chosen the Black Tarot or whether you have chosen the Black Obsidian, welcome into your section. It is time to finally figure out what the juicy details of the drama that you're facing is and how can you combat it. We're going to find that out within this reading. But before we jump into the cards, I do want to do what I have done in the last video of the Big Crystals, Big Messages video, that I did kind of like an energy scan or a spiritual scan and maybe even like a physical scan of what you're going through right now and maybe something that could help you going on into the future. So let's go ahead and tap into your energy. And if this is something that you're not really interested in, you can fast forward to the card reading. That is perfectly fine. I'm just trying to do this to help anybody that might need the help. So let's see. Tapping into your energy. Alright, I feel like there's some energy going on within your lower back. Maybe a pull, maybe a drag. Doesn't feel very, very comforting. Maybe needs a cord cutting of sorts. I don't know if maybe there's someone dragging on your energy or stealing your energy or doing something. Maybe if there's somebody that is on your mind that you currently can't pull away from or can't stop thinking about that is negative, then maybe you need to do a cord cutting of some sort for them and let that be. That seems like it's really harming your energy overall. Let's see, anything else? There's some tenderness in your shoulders, but I don't know if that's necessarily something to worry about. Could be dealing with your shadow a little bit, but it doesn't seem like overly concerning. It just seems like there's something there that might need to be processed or might need to be massaged out or something of that nature. Lastly, I feel like your chakras are pretty good, except for maybe your root. Your root chakra might be a little off. That might be something that the Black Obsidian could help with. Maybe if you know any Reiki or any energy healing meditations, then that might be something that you can pursue. But I think that's all I got for you energetically and physically. I think everything else seems to be decently in good shape. Other than that, maybe there's something, yeah, I think you're in pretty good shape. Let's go ahead and dive into the cards. Let's figure out what is going on with you, pile number 3. What is the juicy drama that you're having to deal with? And then we'll figure out what you can do about that juicy drama. What is pile number 3 dealing with in terms of drama in their life? We got the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. The Fool. Three of Wands. There's the Devil. Interesting energy here. I feel like you're kind of in like unknown territory right now, pile number 3. There's something about what you're going through. Seems a bit like, how am I here? Why am I here? And why is things going the way they're going kind of deal. And it almost seems like you're in the thick of things. You're in the middle of something, and it almost like it's creating a new path for you, or creating a new potential. Maybe this is coming off the tailspin of like your manifestations, and maybe there are some things that are currently blowing up in your life that might be blocking your truest potential, blocking your path forward. So these things that are blowing up currently are things that need to be called out or needs to be adjusted or eliminated, or maybe even the cord cutting thing that I was telling about in the energy read that might just be blocking your path forward. You have this potential, you have this growth, you have these manifestations that are waiting to come into your life, but are these things able to come into your life? Yeah, I think they have the greatest possibility. But what is that that's standing in your way? The devil. There's somebody or some things, or maybe even more than one person, that is currently standing in your way. Let's see. Who is this person or thing that is standing in pile number 3's way? What are they doing? Let's see if I can get some answers here. Alright, we got the Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. Queen of Wands. Ooh. Three of Swords. Right. Five of Pentacles. Then King of Swords. Wow. Okay. This is this could be more than one person, right? This could be more than one person. Easily could be more than one. But this could also just be one person. So pile 3, resonate with it how you please. But I am going to describe this person, right? This person is somebody that is very generous, right? This person is very generous, but their generosity has twists to it. It has an attachment. It has a condition or manipulation or something of that nature there. There's like a hidden agenda by this generosity. I don't know if it's very easily to see, but from my point of view, the Nine of Wands seems to have this very demonic type of energy to it, where it's peeking behind the film, peeking in whatever this black pool is, and they've got these laser beam type eyes that are looking dead at you, and they're very controlling. They have this energy of creating a hurdle, creating a misconcept, right? Then we have the Queen of Wands, someone that is very bold and bodacious, and someone that is very proud of what they are doing or creating or whatever. And they seemingly have it going on. This could be easily somebody that has fire placements, but it doesn't have to be. Someone that has this fire element to them that whatever they touch could potentially turn into flames, combust. They have the ability to walk through the flames without being harmed. They have a lot of willpower. They have a lot of attitude. They have a lot of just resilience to them that makes no sense how they can just walk through something and not be affected by it. With King of Swords, we have someone that has manipulation tactics, that have the capability of speaking their words fluently and realistically to make it seem like there's nothing going on. Their words affect you. Their words affect your feelings, your emotions. Their words carry a lot of emotion. Maybe you feel mentally unstable around this person. Maybe you feel mentally hurt or emotionally hurt from this person. Like I said, all these people could be the same thing, but I feel like realistically it could be the same person at the same time, right? So there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of misconceptions going on. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you don't see it. But it almost seems like it's designed to kind of be this way. And it's creating a lot of distance between you and the portal to your truest potential, your truest capability of walking the path of your manifestations that you're wanting to walk. These people, or one person in particular, seemingly has the door closed for you. They are playing the devil act here. They're preventing you from reaching your truest potential. They're limiting you from reaching, that state of empowerment within your own energy. They're causing a lot of brokenness, causing a lot of maybe even some things to come up within your shadow that you've needed to be exposed to, that you needed to jump through the hurdle of. You need to get a hold of these things within your shadow, heal them, and move on. They are definitely bringing a lot of energy out of your shadow. I see that very clearly, exposing a lot of truth to you that maybe you've not even realized. So that's some interesting energy here from this person. A lot of deceit, a lot of manipulation, a lot of misconceptions of their actions. They try to show you that they're doing something but end up doing something else. It's not very fair to you. It's not very helpful for you. But it almost seems like this plan was designed to happen to you, for you to learn something out of it. Let's go ahead and pull these cards back to center. Pull some more cards of what you can do about this energy. What can pile number 3 do about these people or person energies? What do they need to do to overcome this so they can reach their fullest potential? Got the Justice card. Page of Pentacles. 2 cards coming out at the same time. Okay. King of Wands. Ace of Wands. Three of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. 7 of Swords. Nine of Wands. Strength. And the Tower. Okay. For a lot of you, I feel like the energies that are affecting you cannot coexist within your energetic field. For some of you, I feel like there might be some way for you to change this person, work with them on what they're doing. I feel like some of you might be dealing with someone that is a bit more delicate, a bit more approachable. So if you're dealing with someone that is a bit more understanding, then I feel like you could potentially work with this person and really kind of help them to see what their problems are. And maybe you can work on not only healing yourself through this process, but maybe you're able to work on healing them as well. So being able to deal with that energy that way is possible. But for the people that are dealing with someone that is hardcore, that is hard-willed and stubborn, then I could definitely see you not being able to deal with this energy. And it might be someone that you need to, break down the relationship, break it back down to like an energy of just knowing the person and can have a conversation with this person, but there's no like sort of agreement. There's no sort of energy exchange, really. There's no sort of emotional exchange. You're just a person-to-person contact. Maybe some people don't want to have that person-to-person contact, which is perfectly fine. That is your choice. But I realistically see this as being something that you've got to break down the relationship back to something of like when you just meet a person, right? Or maybe it's an acquaintance that that is just there to talk, there to have a conversation. Someone that does not have any control or some sort of elemental factor to you. And you have the potential to be able to cast this energy in that direction. You have the ability to control this energy. You have the Ace of Wands in your hand because you are the king of your passion. You're the king of your emotion. You're the king of your control of your life. And the light force that is involved with your life. You are the one that controls how bright your light shines. And that is something that you need to understand, because if this person is dimming your light, then that is an effect on your light. You have something to provide, to be able to make sure that light does not burn out or does not dim, and it does not deplete your passion to your goals or your manifestations that you're wanting to create. You've got to make sure that your Ace of Wands is viable, is capable of still being powerful. That is what you need to protect. With the Page of Spheres, the Justice card, the Ten of Spheres, and the Seven of Swords, I feel like this is crippling your future thoughts, your future dreams, your future wants. You are being controlled in your life's aspects that does not need to have control from somebody else. And being able to eliminate that control is almost like the same idea of someone that is allowed in your house and steals from you while you go to the bathroom, and you don't know about it until like there's just too much that's been taken from you. It almost seems like what it is here. So being able to stand up towards that and be able to really focus on your future and not really based off the connection or the relationship that you have right now is kind of like what this is all about, right? This is almost like a test or like something that is supposed to have came into your life that you've got to learn from, that you've got to really understand and isolate that thought pattern, and really allow that to be something that you incorporate within your knowledge, within your space, to potentially not do that again or potentially limit that type of energy in the future. You'll be able to resonate with this energy and really understand what this energy is speaking to you and how it feels and how not to get included into that yet again. This is definitely something that you need to be exposed to, you need to be showcased to provide the potential in the future to not have this happen again. So the drama here can be resolved by you. I think that's the only way it's going to be resolved, because this other person is definitely going to be something that they're going to persist and keep doing because they love it. They want more of it. And I think that you need to get a handle on it, pile number 3. And I believe you can. Let's see if there's any last messages from Spirit through the cards, and then I'll get into some channeled messages towards the end as well. Any last messages for pile number 3? What do they need to know about it? Got the Ten of Swords, Four of Cups, Three of Cups, and then lastly, the Hermit. Yeah, so realistically, I feel like you are coming to a closing end of this chapter. You're right there on the verge of the end. It's coming to you. It's something that you are being provided answers and help towards. And it's going to be something that you're going to receive a lot from as well. So don't close out any sort of help or answers. You already know the answers. You already know the help. Just invest a lot more into yourself and prioritize yourself and really see that there is a way out, that you're not enclosed, you're not trapped. You're able to overcome this. You're able to receive abundance. You're able to receive what you're looking for. So just know that, okay? And I'm going to try to tap into Spirit, your spiritual team, and see if there's any last messages here. Is there any sort of messages that pile number 3 needs to hear from Spirit? They're saying take your time, really pick out the right spot and opportunity for you to act on this. It is not something that needs to be just thrown at the wall and hope that it sticks. I feel like this is something that you can strategically plan out and really understand how to operate it. And there's like a time and place for everything, right? So best time and case scenario for everything. Just really try to seek out what that is for you and try to plan out that way. And I feel like it's going to pay off in that way. Don't just try to, blurt it all out in like the worst case scenario and feel like you've gotten it out, because I don't think that's going to work in that favor or in that way. So just realize that, pile number 3. Let's see, anything else that pile number 3 needs to hear from Spirit? I feel like this is one of the last achievements that they're saying for you to kind of get through or achieve, for you to bust through the wall of what you're manifesting, or bust through the potential of what you need to have in your life, or what you're wanting to have in your life. I feel like a lot of stuff is on the other side of this for you, and that it's going to pay off for you in the long run. It's going to be really exciting from this point forward after dealing with this. So that seems like a really great option for you. But I think that's what I got for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you were able to resonate with this message, and I hope to catch you on the next reading. Take care.